GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Tonight's episode, that was no lady.
And welcome everybody to our daily gun show. Come to you live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, and we talk about guns for an hour. So this is episode something like 1400 and something or another, something like that. So this is what happens when you do 1400 episodes. They're not always good. So we had a glitch in the beginning there. So thanks to everybody who's joining us live for your patience. If you're watching this in the future, we do the show live every night at midnight Eastern, and when you do it live, and well, there's not even no budget. There's just no budget, so get what we get. So we're gonna do dog guns tonight, but I think DJ's the only one playing, so DJ won. So that makes it kind of Smeggy's playing. So we got two people playing. We'll see if anybody else joins up tonight to play. So till then, we'll mention that this is weeknights at midnight. And we do it so that the people that are working overnight, doing the shifts during the night that most people don't appreciate, have something that's live. Also, so I own this time slot so that ideally we can go long term or long format and go for a few hours, maybe even get an intern or something I can yell at. So Roy's playing also, right on. So now we have 3 people playing. And we'll see if anybody else jumps in. We'll go to maybe a couple more minutes here. There are some people out there. See if anybody's going to continue, jump in and play. Otherwise, it'll be between DJ, Smeggy, and Roy. So I don't know what we'll play for tonight. When we play for one of the how about one of the patches from the 2020 patch batch? Let's say from the, I don't know if I have anything from the 2019. I don't know if I have a whole 2020 either, so I guess that won't work either. Why don't we just say one of the Wolverine patches, the 3D ones from that set that we made with Foss's material that time. And looks like we're not going to get anybody else playing tonight anyway. I think you guys are all interested in getting one of those, hopefully. G23 is having issues with the internet. I imagine there's weather messing with people, and then potentially people communicating with each other. Can tie up what internet there is. I'm going to turn my heat on. So we do the show at Wednesday weeknights at midnight, and each weeknight, or we do it weeknights, meaning we do it every single weeknight, because we have some goals for the show. My goal isn't just to go live and talk each night. In fact, I have been kind of unsatisfied with the way the show's been going for a while, but sometimes you got to get through the shitty parts to get to the good parts, and that's the goal, is to get back to some good stuff. The show, the only point of doing this is to further awareness and motivate and help people who are working on getting stuff done. So that's what we do on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we focus on what's been done and what's getting done and the issues. We don't look at news of the day at all, or rarely, unless they have something to do with the issues that matter. And then Wednesdays, we have some fun, as we're going to be doing tonight. We're having a lot of fun. And then on Thursday, we talk about travel and training, which is actually quite a bit of stuff. And then on Fridays, we look back at the week. Ideally, with a long format show, we'd be looking at the industry as well. And I like to look at the industry as it evolves, look at the industry from a 30,000-foot view. There's plenty of people out there talking about, the boring stuff that you find in a magazine or whatever in a catalog. Let other people deal with that stuff during the days. At night, my goal would be to dig in and really accomplish some stuff. That'd be the goal. So we've gone for about 9 minutes now. A lot of people there, and everybody had a chance to chime in. So it looks like we've got 3 players. We're going to play a little bit different game tonight. On Wednesdays, we do the tactical quiz. And unlike some of the other channels out there that do a weekly tactical quiz, we don't do the same quiz every week. Try to spin it up a little bit. And I don't know what all these flags are about. But oh, Honcho's playing. Sorry. So we got 3 people playing. Here's how you know if I know you're playing. You say I'm playing, and then I put a star next to your name. So right now we've got DJ says I'll play. Smeggy saying is playing. Roy is playing, and Honcho Fett is playing. And we've got 30 more seconds for anybody who wants to jump in. And again, tonight we're going to be playing for a 3D printed patch, some rare ones or some, I guess rare. I only made a couple of them. Some of the people who are playing tonight have a collection of them, so it adds to their collection. Some people tonight might not. Paulo, where's Paulo at? I don't know who that is, so you want to play if you want, but I don't know who you are. And where are you at? I'm not sending anything to some other country or anything. All right, so I guess that's 10 minutes. I'll let Paulo jump in, because even though it might not have been right at the 10-minute mark, I keyed in the flag of Scotland. It keeps turning into a black pennant after a few seconds in the text chat. That's weird. It just looks like a black flag for me on what is this thing? StreamYard. Oh, Ohio? Right on. Cool. I'm probably just being iconist, because your icon is just a nothing. It's just a letter. And sometimes that's people jumping in from other places or whatever. So didn't mean to assume. So right on. So we got 5 players then. Paulo, Honcho. Let me flip over here. Paulo, Honcho, Roy, Smeggy, and DJ. And well, I was going to do it one way, but now I think I'll try to do it. Well, I'm still going to do it this way. I'm going to see if this works. I'm not going to say that every time we do one of these tactical quizzes is a success, and every once in a while it's a surprising not failure. Let's put it that way. But I'm not sure how this one's going to work. So, yeah, I don't know how this one's going to work. We're going to try this out, and here's how it's going to work. Tonight is the topic is dog guns, right? So here's how it's going to work. And it's going to be difficult because if you don't follow the rules, and anybody who's in the audience can screw this whole thing up and let one of these cheat, basically, for one of these 5 players. So as the audience, you're going to have a challenge tonight. If you're listening and you decided not to play, you made that decision. And you said to yourself, I'm not going to play tonight, even though anybody can play as long as you're in this country. So, because I don't want to send anything out of the country, it costs too much. So anybody had a choice or an opportunity to join, and they said, no, weren't going to. So here's how the rules are going to play. I hate to say them because people are going to jump out. Here's how it happens on the internet. As soon as you say the first rule, everybody starts playing, and they think that they have won, and they've actually lost. So let me go backwards. If you type more than one answer, you are going to lose a point. Let's put it that way. I'm going to try to come up with the rules as we go here. So if you, doing the rules kind of backwards here. If you answer a second, like if you're the second answer, you lose a point. So you want to be careful. You want to be the first answer, but you also don't want to be the second or third or fourth answer, right? Because you're going to lose a point for being the second answer, but you'll also be giving your opponents clues for the next question. So you're basically giving the game to the other player. So this is going to be kind of tough and weird and awkward because you don't know the rules yet, and I don't know the rules because I'm making them up. But it's going to happen. So the first rule, their last rule is don't be the second answer, right? You just want one answer. I'm trying to throttle this. I'm trying to create rules that create the throttle. Okay. So here's how it's going to go. There's going to be a question that's asked, and then the 5 players will have a chance to answer that question. And it's going to be weird because you're playing on the internet right now. This is just like if you had some kind of a game board or some kind of a playing field that was different than your other playing field. This is the internet. Everybody's playing a little bit different. Some of y'all are on telephones. I didn't tell you to jump on a telephone. Some of y'all are on computers. I didn't tell you to jump on a computer. Some of y'all on fast internet connections. That's probably always a good idea. I can't imagine why that wouldn't be a good idea. So some people are going to have unfair advantages than other people. Also, everybody knows that second question is going to be held against you. So the first question is going to be worth 10 points. The person that answers the question is worth 10 points. But that person who does the second question, the person who answers second, is going to lose 5 points. So you could have 0 points, answer second, and be at negative points already. So this isn't just your typical, like on those other channels that do the easy firearms game shows every week. This is a tough one. Okay, so I know there's a thin line between computers and phones, but you're about to find out why tonight might make all the difference. So there's going to be a question that's asked, and then everyone's going to have the opportunity to answer. The first answer that is correct will get 10 points. And I'll tell you right off. As soon as I see the question, I'll tell you the answer, I'll tell you if it's correct or not. So everyone will have an opportunity to answer. The first person that answers correctly will get 10 points. So an incorrect first answer, no big deal. No harm, no foul. You don't get anything, you're not losing nothing. First right answer, 10 points. First wrong, or like the second answer that is correct, it could be the same answer. It could be a similar answer. But if it's a correct answer, because there might be more than one answer to a question, that's the tough part. I don't want to have 100 answers happen the first time a question comes up, right? So this is a tough one. You got to keep up with all this. And these rules aren't written down. So this is a tough one. So I'm going to ask a question. Then the first question or the first correct answer will be 10 points. But any additional answers will be minus 5 points. Plus, you're probably given answers to your competitors, your adversaries in tonight's game. All right. So the first question is, we're going to see how this works. So this is like a backwards trust fall I'm doing here. And we're going to see how this works. Is it going to be the best game show that's ever happened? Epic. People will be writing home to their grandchildren about this one from space or wherever it is you're going to be going when this is over. Or is it going to be epic failure? It's going to be end of the Daily Gun Show. Either way, this one's going to be one for the record books. So the first question is to the 5 people that are playing. Everybody else in the audience is just ruining it for everybody if you answer. First question is, name a gun that's named after a dog. Name a gun that is named after a dog. And now we wait and see, one, who answers first, and who gets points taken away for answering second. And Baron ruining it for everybody. So there you go. I should have made extra points for people ruining it for everybody. So maybe I didn't do a good game. So I could ban you from the channel, I guess. That would suck, but I don't want to do that. If it's somebody I don't know that shouts out an answer, banning you from the channel. How about that? Because I don't care. Watch me burn through people I don't know. I don't care. So this is a game for the people that are playing. And the question was, name a gun named after a dog. Now, there's a loophole right now that maybe somebody's going to fall into, maybe not. Or this could be the worst. Like I say, this could be the worst. Okay, DJ's answered. So now DJ's got plus 10 points for question number 1. Here's what I'll do. I'll put a line in the sand. Oh, see, Paulo, right off the bat, minus 10 points. Or minus 5 points, sorry. So DJ plus 10. Paulo. Springfield Armory Hellcat. Named after a dog, dude. So, Paulo, minus 5. And Honcho, I guess you don't get anything minus for that because that wasn't really an answer. So now I'm going to put a line in here. And see how that worked? It's either the best quiz ever or the worst quiz ever. Second question is, everybody's ready? Name a gun that's named after a dog. Name a gun that's named after a dog. See how this works? So there's still a technical way that two ways that someone could cheat here, and multiple ways for people to lose 5 points. Smeggy saying I had no idea. That doesn't count or not count. That's not really an answer or anything. That's just saying something. So Smeggy says bulldog. That's just a word. Actually, I'm not going to take 5 points from Paulo because bulldog is just a word. So I can't give Smeggy any points for bulldog either because that's just a word. It's not really not an answer. It's just not an answer because bulldog is just a word. Actually, it's the name of a dog. So something more than that might be a thing. But DJ, see how he said Velo Dog revolver? That's a thing. That's like an actual model of a gun that people know. He didn't say the model or the manufacturer because I don't think there is one. So now DJ says Webley British Bulldog revolver. Well done. Now the trick is, see all the people that answered, right, as DJ was answering are screwed because that's where you get the minus 5 points. So now number 2, DJ. So just to be clear, I'm not taking 5 points from Paulo. But if he would have said a more accurate answer, minus 5 points. So let's see. Putting a line in the sand here. Next one. Next question for the 5 people playing. Name a dog or name a gun named after a dog. Name a gun named after a dog. Again, there's 2 different ways you could game this right now, if you're paying attention. 2 different ways to game this, many ways to lose points. The tricky part is it's sort of like a weird game of internet Jenga, because somebody's got to be the first one to answer. And you're either going to answer and get 5 points, minus 5 points, because you answered for too slow, or you're going to answer first and get the 10 points. So very much like some kind of internet game of operation, maybe? No, it's not really operation. What's a game where you have to be the first one but not the second one to do something? Dominoes? So there's the whole rules. Be the first one to answer and not the second one to answer. And that's the whole rules. And then come up with a name of a gun named after a dog. Uh-oh, looks like we're going to end it with 20 points. We have no more answers. This is probably not a good idea for a game show because it's difficult for folks to see. Barbecue got here late and he's just saying answers that don't, you had to be here at the beginning to say you're playing. So now you're just saying answers to people. But you see how he said 44 Bulldog? That's closer to an actual gun. But I mean, is Bulldog, what is that? That's just the name of a dog. Anyway, Barbecue, just so you know, the only people playing right now are the 5 people that are playing. Let me see who these people are again. Are DJ, Smeggy, Roy, Honcho, and Paulo. Smeggy's trying to sneak in with 44 Bulldog. There are a million guns named after animals. I can only think one after a gun, after a dog. There's a couple. DJ, what are you doing? So I don't know why he's doing that. And he just said Charter Arms. So technically, he didn't answer. And technically, nobody has. Well, they can't because they are not able to, it looks like, Barbecue, but that's nice of you. So what we're looking for is the first accurate answer gets 10 points. The second answer, minus 5 points. See how we're trying to throttle? So we get the first answer, gives you points. Anybody who follows up with an answer is helping their adversaries and losing points. So far, we got DJ with 20 points. Everybody else, 0 points. 2 questions in. We're on question number 3, which is name a gun named after a dog. There's at least 2 ways you can steal points off the thing. There's at least 2 ways you can steal points off the game at this point, just by not even doing anything. But you got to be 1, the first one to do it, and 2nd, not the second one to do it. So tonight's prize is a 3D printed. We use the 3D printer to make patches that look like the iconic patch that we used to make out of our patch robot. And DM Foss, the person who refuses to do the overnight tonight, or excuse me, the night, just because he likes to have a job or whatever. That dude sent me a bunch of Rudy Tooty colors, changing plastics. So that's what I printed these things out in. Paulo saying Charter Arms Bulldog. Nice. Well done. Paulo, number 3, 10 points. He went from almost losing 5 points to being second place at this point. Nice. Well done. So now I'm going to put a line in there so nobody has to worry about being the second answer and losing points. Now, question number 4. Let's talk about who's playing this game right now. We got DJ, Smeggy, Roy, Honcho, Paulo. Paulo's in second place with 10 points. DJ is in first place with 20 points. The next question is, question number 4 tonight is, challenge maybe, is name a gun named after a dog. Name a gun that is named after a dog. Puppy peed in the middle of the intro to this show. So far his like 2 for 2 for peeing right as I started live show. So he's not doing very good. He's in the doghouse, so to speak. Also, still lives here. So Whoever didn't want him anymore is probably because he pees all the time. Unlike all the other puppies that don't pee all the time, this dog does pee all the time. So we got Barbecue out there, just basically helping anybody because he's doing that. He's the guy that yells answers, trivia answers from the audience. And Smeggy took him up on it and says, NAA Pug. That's the way you get 10 points for just basically copying and pasting what Barbecue just said. And you make sure you did that on a phone. Let's see. So that's Smeggy. Nice. And you see, if somebody would have answered again, like DJ just did, -5 points. So DJ, -5. And that's the danger of being on a phone. See? Because you didn't know Smeggy had already answered. And I didn't have time to put that line in there. Now I put the line in there. And we're down to the next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, name a gun that is named after a canine. Name a gun that's named after a dog. Let's see. Barbecue is saying, I was given that one for number 3. I didn't know number 4 would be the same as number 4. Well, see, that's what happens when you're out in the audience yelling out questions at a trivia contest. So DJ says, I don't know why Smeggy would answer the question again with the same thing. So what's up with this? Now DJ's saying, I don't know. This has to be some kind of goofy. I'm not going to take points off because I don't know why I'm getting these again. I think you guys, I have no idea why I'm getting those things twice. So if you're sending things in twice, don't. That seems like a bad idea. But I just got, well, you're going to get points taken away if you keep answering the same question over and over. You can only, I mean, I guess I didn't make it clear, but I guess there is a third rule that we're only taking one correct answer per question. So we're on question number 5, which is name a gun named after a dog. So let's go back and take a look at what the answers have been. The first answer was DJ. Let's see. There's all that I want to plays. And then the first answer was DJ with Velo Dog Revolver. And then the next one was DJ with Webley British. British Bulldog. Which is sort of a long, fancy way of saying that one. Number 3 was Pablo with, down here somewhere, Charter Arms Bulldog. Well done. Then number 4 was Smeggy with NAA Pug, with the assist from Barbecue, perhaps. And now we're on number 5, and that's where the lines are. So we had Barbecue. In Smeggy's defense, he never said no repeat answers. Well, you don't know what I said before you got here. Let's just say that I said it before you got here. Don't say it's a cow. I don't know what that is. The wolf pistol? What's the wolf pistol? Yeah, Baron's not playing, though, DJ. So that was just he pulled the Barbecue, yelling it from the audience for everybody to take. And then Pablo took it for number 3 and actually earned points off of it. What is the wolf pistol? I got to look that up. The wolf pistol, oh yeah, ended up as close to a 1911 trigger as Damascus. Oh, what the heck? Is it the Damascus set from Cope Cabot guns? Is that what those things are? The wolf set? So, okay, 5 is Roy with the wolf pistol. 10 and wolf. But here's what's going to happen. I don't know what Powerhead is, and Taurus Raging Bull doesn't have to be a cow. Taurus is a bull, and they can't have a raging bulldog unless you got some weird stuff happening. But a raging Taurus is a bull for sure. We're not taking any weird, sloppy Taurus answers here. That's for sure. Taurus has to stand on its own merits. I'm not giving them any assists. So I'll take Cabot guns. That's cool. Those are guns made out of freaking meteorites or something. Well played. Well played. All right. So we're now on to question number 6. I kind of thought with all the chatter that was going on there, somebody was going to lose points on that one. But everyone's maybe getting the rules of the game or just not doing anything. If you don't do anything, you don't lose points, I guess. So next question number 6 is challenge, perhaps. Name a gun named after a dog. Name a gun that is named after a dog. So we've got 5 players. They've decided, before they even knew what the rules of the game were, that they were going to play tonight's tactical quiz. There's not a lot of fame or fortune you get from playing the tactical quiz. It's sort of like just a bunch of effort and challenge. But you come out of it stronger and smarter and better than regular people that don't stay up this late and challenge themselves, both physically and mentally. Not just physically and mentally, but tactily. This is a game of tactics. A lot of the other gun game shows that you listen to each week on other shows, they're a little easier to deal with because it's the same show every week. This one was a challenge, a real tactical challenge. Uncle Ted Shotgun Tanker, named after his Weimaraner tanker. Well, we don't know your uncle, so you could be making that up. But that's a good choice. That's a good attempt, I guess. I'm not going to count it against you, but I can't count it as an answer either. I'm pretty sure there's like, I don't know, I'm keeping count anymore. 2 or 3 ways you could play this right now if you didn't even want to know a gun named after a dog. Or you could just know a whole bunch of guns named after dogs. It seems pretty easy. Like if you just knew all the guns that were named after dogs coming into this game would be easier because then you'd only have to be the first one to answer all the time. Now, some people might be this open book, I guess. You could be looking up. You could have somebody phoning a friend. You could have, I don't know, go back to one of the other game shows where we had answers that had dog names in them. It's happened before. You could ask Bjorn. Bjorn knows one. Nobody's asking Bjorn. Let's see. Uncle Ted Williams. He had a few shotguns named after him. Oh, you're talking, I thought you meant your Uncle Ted. I don't know who Uncle Ted Williams is. Hold on. I'm going to go look it up. If he's correct, that'll be an answer. And then I could really mess with somebody else who's playing. Oh, nobody else is answering. Let's see. I got to go figure out how to, I guess I'll stick it. Uncle Ted's shotgun. All I'm getting is Uncle Ted, the guy I don't like because it almost killed me one time. There I was, minding my own business, 2009 NRA show. An innocent, only 4 years in on the clock as a Second Amendment media dude. And then what's his face and his little entourage of thugs swarms over me and almost pummels me into the ground just because I had the gall to try to go through a door in the convention center in front of His Majesty. Never been physically assaulted in my life except for that guy and his group of thugs. Oh, sweet, but that doesn't count as an answer because it's just a word. But Ted Williams Sears guns. Now I'm going to look in Sears. But just words by themselves don't work. You got to throw something in there with it. Otherwise, bullpup is just a type of a gun, kind of. Uncle Ted Shotgun Sears? Uh-oh. 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 It looks like DJ might be onto something here. So now I'm going to type in, what did you call it? Tanker. I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure there is a tanker because it found some stuff. So I'm giving it to DJ. Oh, but then he said Steyerog Bullpup, and that's not really a gun, but I'm going to take 5 points off because he's winning anyway. So DJ plus 10 minus 5 because he answered his own question for some reason twice. Should lose points for copying my fake answers about the rare double barrel shotgun called the Hound. No, he says that he's talking about Ted Williams Sears shotgun. That's a real thing. I just looked it up. All right, so Pablo, I'm not taking that one because it's just a word. That's just a type of gun. I'm not taking this because a Steyerog is not ever called a Steyerog bullpup. So even though it is a bullpup, it's never called a Steyerog bullpup except for like people that say, "Oh, that's a 870." Well, I guess people do say that, but somebody that would say, "Oh, that's a Glock pistol." Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna, or Glock semi-automatic pistol. No one's gonna say that. Avenger, I don't know what that means. And then, okay, so I guess I'm gonna draw some lines here. Got DJ got 5 points for that one. No, I'm saying he'll get 10 points for that because he didn't actually answer the question. He tried to answer the question, but you shouldn't try to. In this game, with these rules, I wouldn't try to double answer. I would just leave the answer be. It's either wrong and you don't lose any points, or it's right and you get points, right? You can't lose. But we are on number 7. Question number 7. Actually, it's more of a challenge. Challenge to name a gun that is named after a dog or a canine. So I'm pretty sure, right at this point, it's a messed up land or minefield of free questions and answers back there. DJ got this one with the Ted Williams tanker. Uh-oh. We got Roy. Oh, wait a minute. Bullpup rifles derived from an analogy to bulldog puppies. No, I know, but I'm saying no one ever calls a Steyerog a bullpup. I mean, it is a bullpup, but that's like I was trying to say. Nobody ever calls a Glock like, "Can I have that semi-automatic Glock?" Like, unless you're a robot, you're not going to say that. So no one's going to say, "Can I have the Steyerog bullpup?" It's not part of its name. So I hear you, but I'm just not counting it as an answer. But yeah, find something that has bullpup in its name, and now we're talking. So Roy grabbed number 7 with Devil Dog Arms DDA 15. Well played. Well played. Didn't somebody just do an interview with Devil Dog Arms? I feel like they did. Yeah, exactly. A type, then anybody could have just picked Bullpup a long time ago. That would have been Pablo, I think, said Bullpup first a long time ago. And I was telling him, like, I think it's just a word. So, well done. I'm going to put a line in here so nobody gets points taken off accidentally. So, crazy rules and difficult to deal with and impossible to win. But we're making it happen. So, the next question is question number 8. We're going to change it up a little bit. This time it's a challenge. Name a gun that is named after a dog. At this point, it's easy to win. Like it's at this point you could cheat and win, right? The question would be, can you beat DJ or Roy? So let's go look at some points while everybody's answering. DJ, 10, 20, minus 5, plus 10. So 30 minus 5 is 25 so far for DJ. Roy is at 20. Smeggy is at 10, and Paulo is at 10. Smeggy says he has a double dog arms patch. Maybe that's where I seen somebody talking about it. You said that you were going to send that to somebody. Man, that's where I heard somebody talking about it. INSAS bullpup. See, this is frustrating for everybody else because they know if DJ's right, then they shouldn't answer because they'll lose points. But if he's wrong, then they should be answering right now, right? Because if he's wrong, then they want to get their first answer in. See, there's strategy, there's tactics to this one. It's not like your simple just answer first rules like your kindergarten level gun game shows on the other channels. I'm looking at the Wikipedia, which is always right and is the facts. And I'm going to go to variants, and I'll be damned. There is a bullpup variant of the INSAS, and it says the prototype gun was shown in exposition but never approved. So the next question will be, since it's technically exists, but it also doesn't exist, we're going to see if it holds a bayonet or not. I've looked at it, and it does hold the INSAS bayonet, so DJ gets the points. Well played. Well played. He picked a gun from India, which no one else has the audacity to do, and he picked a gun that holds a freaking cool AK bayonet. So I think I paid real money for that bayonet, and then I sold it for 3 times the real money. All right, so INSAS bullpup. Yeah, well, DJ just said it. I don't know why you'd want to answer because now you got -5 points. Not a good strategy there. But you both answered at the same time. That's got to be frustrating. So you didn't intentionally lose 5 points, but again, because of the name of the game or the way that I've set up the game here tonight, lost points. That's gotta burn. Putting the line up here. If I would have put this line up here, you wouldn't have lost any points. That's got to suck even more. That's got to really be like a piece of sand in the shoe. Plus, DJ just got 10 points right there. I think he may have wrapped it up. It's number 9. It is possible if someone were to really put some effort into this one, they could. You can't answer first, Roy. So, what am I going to do about this? Got to give me a chance to answer the question first. So, how to deal with Roy's answer there? Really threw me for a loop with that one. So now, if I can't just give it to you because I haven't asked the question yet, I can't dismiss it because it wasn't in the last thing. So now I don't know what to do. Is it a thing? Let's find out if it's a thing first. Oh, it is a thing. So, name a dog named after a gun. Yeah, exactly. So, why don't we... I don't know what to do. So, we're going to go ahead and ask the question, name a gun that's named after a dog. Why are you barking? No reason. Well, yeah, air rifles count. It's just that the DJ would have, or anybody who's playing could have good reason to go to the Gun Game Show Authority Board and say that shenanigans happened tonight. If I give you those points is the problem. So I'm going to just leave it there and give these points to DJ. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. If this is a real gun. First, let's find out if this is a real gun. DJ's known to put up just words sometimes. Pin, Dad, SS2, Bullpup. Oh, it's a gun. It's a goofy gun again from Indonesia. Where does he get off with all these guns from the other side of the globe? It's technically accurate, but they're not even from here, and they're not even from Europe. It's a goofy looking gun too. I feel like it. If someone described an AR-15 to somebody, this is what they. If you closed your eyes and someone described an AR-15 to you, this is what you might draw. I'll open it up here. This has got to bother. I feel bad for Roy right now because this has got to bother Roy because I'm giving DJ the points on this, and this is the gun that DJ used to get these points. I also feel bad for DJ because he picked this gun. This is it actually down here on the bottom. But this thing looks like if you were in a hurry and described an M16 to somebody and then they drew it in a hurry, right? Like, what's up with this? And then I don't get it. Like, they don't want their guns to look good or something. And then here's their bullpups. But they got bayonets on them, so he's getting the points. But that's gotta hurt Roy. That's gotta bother Roy. I could see an animosity building now because that's a tough one. That's a tough bullet to bite on that one. So I'm not taking any points because that would be unfathomable. But that was difficult. That was frustrating. So it almost seems like these rules aren't that good, but I don't want to go that far. I'm going to draw the line in the sand, and we'll start with question number 10. Now, here's the deal. There's like 3 different ways you can get this answer, right? First, wait for me to say the freaking question, but then there's like 3 different ways for you to get this question correctly without even knowing anything. So for the 5 people that are playing, question number 10 is name a gun that is or was named after a dog. And now it all comes down to, well, DJ's winning, I think, at this point. Is it possible for Roy to win? Oh, no, because DJ just came in with another weird bullpup. Let's see where this one's from. Kansas? Who's ever even heard of a Kansas gun before? Oh, snap. Honcho got an answer in there. Unfortunately, after DJ, who had it timed perfectly, he was like, oh, yeah, you can't play this game with the phone? Watch this. And then he started strategically dropping answers just at the right time. The part where DJ wins at the end with another bullpup, like he just went to bullpup and he just stayed there, right? Like I think every answer from whatever was like bullpup, 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 right? So DJ just got 10 points for the bullpup thing. And I'll tell you what, it looks like an air gun. It ain't, but it looks like an air gun to me. So what was this thing? A KS bullpup sniper. And the one before this was some Indonesian. Some kind of bullpup. And then the one before that was the INSAS bullpup. So that's 3 bullpups. DJ just triple bullpupped everybody. So I'm just saying that happened in this show. But here's the worst part. So we all know DJ won. He was already winning, and then he just triple bullpupped everybody at the end. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65 points out of a possible 100. That's what just happened right now. But here's the worst part. He just got 65 points off the board of a possible 100. And because Honcho answered second, he took 5 points from Honcho, who hasn't even put points on the board. Now, it's not like DJ did that intentionally, but that's the way it happened because of the way the incredible rules were devised for this game. How does bullpup count as a dog, though? Bulls afraid pups can be many things other than canines, because bull pups come from bulldogs, and I don't know why they did that, but it is definitely comes from bulldogs. I'm distracted. Kids have been. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, DJ's winning with his dirty bull pups. Exactly. You dirty bull pupped you. I'm just saying. That's what happened. We all seen it. And there's not even a mouse party. A lot of times people go to the mouse party and that's when they lick their wounds. That's when, even though there's been a harsh competition of challenge and betrayal and tactics and all kinds of interesting things, finishing moves, then we'll go to the mouse party and everything is fine again because everybody has a chance to unwind. Tonight, just because Foss insists on keeping his job, we're not having a mouse party. So everyone just has to go home and fester. So it wasn't by design, but we might have created quite a bit of animosity tonight. Bull snuck us all. Yep. He bull snucked you. Maybe armadillos are called pups, so bull pups could literally be. Oh, come on. Bull pups are bulldogs. That's where they come from. And I suppose it's possible for you to do some kind of academic research and come up with some kind of historic evidence that bull pups and guns don't mean dogs. But I'm pretty positive they come from the I don't know. I'm assuming they come from dogs. I've always thought they come from dogs. Or I guess I should say the general consensus is that they come from dogs. But I don't know if anyone's ever challenged the general consensus before. DJ, do you got a preference? That's the word I'm looking for. On a color for the thing tonight? So, because this one happened in such a weird way, and because of the unusual circumstances of the win tonight, I'm gonna throw an option out here for DJ. What is going on with my camera? Oh, I've been screwing around with making it so I can see the dog. Let me open this up. Where's my mouse at? All right, so normally you would have your choice of the remaining colors, which are, I think you already have, green and bluish, and kind of a tan and copperish color, or one of these poorly made white ones that somehow are all goofy and they don't look that good, but it's made out of white. Maybe we call it a snowstorm one. There's flaws. There's all kinds of goofy flaws where the printer just wasn't working good. I don't know if I had the temperatures wrong or what, but I'm cheap and I refuse to throw something away that's almost good. So it's an option. It's an option. Or one of these other ones. They print much better when you're using, at least when you got your temperatures right, I guess. And you can we could tell back in the day, whenever we first started this was like, I don't know, a dozen of them, and they ran across like a spectrum of colors. I think DJ's got like 4 of these already. He'll tell us when he feels like telling us. I'll kill this. And, well, we did this pretty good in about an hour. I had no idea if this would work, and I think it worked. The good news is we don't have to ever play this game again. The darker blue. I'm going to call it this one then. And DJ stuff's already packed up, so I'm just putting it on top of your box right there. And normally I would send you to Mouse Party, but again, Foss values his job more than he values us hanging out in the middle of the night for an hour. So I guess I can't tell you, I can't send you anywhere. I had thought about something though. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I thought about doing a bracket. So I don't know if anybody's doing interested in doing a bracket, since Foss hates brackets. anyway. We all know it. We could do a bracket. Or if barbecue's awake, is he planning on doing what do you call that thing? Some kind of arm wrestle at show. What do you call it? Barbecue says turns out bullpup can be found in periodicals as far back as the 1930s. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the heck bullpup, what the first bullpup gun would be. It probably was an air gun, I'm guessing, but I don't know. I've never liked bullpups that much. There's two different bullpup shoots, and and one of them was from a forum, and the other one I forget was from I think manufacturers, and kind of split away from the first one. So there's a forum out there called the Bullpup something, Bullpup Forum or something, and those people would probably know the whole history of where it comes from. I mean, I get it, but I've never had a comfortable bullpup gun really. PS90 is kind of comfortable. Oh yeah, takeover. Thanks. So if anybody's doing a takeover, then let me know. Otherwise, if anybody's interested in a bracket, we can do a bracket show. I'll end this one here in an hour, just so that for all the dozens and dozens of people that'll listen to this in the morning, it doesn't become an epic 4-hour marathon show. Baron, he had a bunch of them here, so let's go back and see some of the ones that y'all just left money on the table. Can't even tell you how much money y'all left on the table. I never said you couldn't use answers somebody already said that wasn't playing. So let's see. Baron saying PGW. I don't know what that is. Timberwolf, C14, something bunch of letters. Then you had oh, I missed this one. So or no wait, this is the one that Honcho got his 5 points taken off for. Midland Arms Beagle 410 shotgun. Nice. Another shotgun named after a dog. There's Baron saying Seiko 85 Carbon Wolf. Everybody just left that one sitting there. Oh, well, Baron said it. I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it after Baron said it. Come on. What's up with that? You could have grabbed that one for free. Then we have Roy with the Benjamin Bulldog 357. I couldn't give you it because of the whole way that the timing went down, but you could have used it immediately after. It was still on the table. It wasn't used, right? So that one I believe could have been used still, and it was a valid one, even though it was an air gun. Let's see. Then we've got CVA Wolf. I'm guessing that's some kind of black powder thing. Baron said it. It could have been in use. Y'all left it laying on the table. Let's see, anything else in here? There was a couple others. Barbecue saying Fox 28 Hound, but he's saying that was fake. That was set out as a diversion, a red herring, so to speak. Baron said Pin Dad S22 Bulldog, or did somebody use that one? I feel like, did GJ use that one? Let's see, then we had let's see what else. I thought there was some more. Okay, I guess that was it. But there was a couple of them that you could have all used, but didn't grab them. I thought there was one from earlier. I might be missing one from earlier. I guess the first bullpup wouldn't have been a flintlock because you'd burn you'd burn your neck or something. Although, as soon as you say that, there's probably some way, like there's an underneath there's like a flintlock that's underneath. I think Baron was going to sleep. That's why he wasn't doing the takeover himself. Smeggy saying he didn't know any gun names. DJ is also claiming to not know any gun names. At first, I was going to go look them up. I would have just looked up like dog and gun named after dog and see what came up. But I don't know how many we came up with all together here. Way more than 10, at least 15 or maybe 20 even. And if the ones I didn't count, for sure, probably 20. All right, well, I won't keep everybody awake here trying to decide. I guess you'll know if there's a takeover, if a takeover happens. So otherwise, normally on Wednesdays, we'd send you over to the Mouse Party. DM Foss does a overnight show for people that are up overnight. It's a non-scripted, unformatted show, and usually talks about guns and stuff, but not always. And it runs for an hour, sometimes two, a little bit every once in a while, a little bit more. But good break in the week on Saturdays. They've been doing a series on the Bill of Rights this week, this Saturday, I think. They'll wrap it up with the last 3 amendments. Paulo said he asked Surrey, but it was just one named. Gage, okay. I meant I like the point reductions for second answers. Oh, right on. Those arrows get you in trouble? Oh, yeah, I got you. All right, so stay tuned. And thanks everybody for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be talking about, I don't know, we're either going to talk about SHOT Show or we're going to talk about maybe the tour in, well, I'm probably going to, the next up on the tours will be 2009 and 10, where we started traveling for real money or spending real money to travel, I should say, and what we learned in those 2 years and how that formed our projects and ambitions and travels in the years since. So tomorrow we'll probably talk about 2009 and 2010 when we went to SHOT Show in Florida, because I used to flip-flop back and forth between Florida and Las Vegas, and went there with everybody in Florida instead of just a minimal crew. And then also went to the NRA show in North Carolina. And yeah, we'll chat about that tomorrow. So then on Friday, we look back at the week at the stuff that other people have been doing and the stuff that's worth checking out. All right, thanks again. Thanks, Paulo, for jumping in. Thanks for playing. And we do this every Wednesday. I do a different game show. Try to do a different game show each Wednesday. It's always focused about guns or Second Amendment if possible. And try to keep guns normal, right? Like, hey, they're interesting and they're not just for self-defense. They're not just for hunting. They're not just for going to war, none of that crap. You know, for all those things and more. And those of us that like them aren't fetishizing violence. We just might like machinery. We might like chemistry. We might like engineering. We might like design. We might like the what's the word? Like the competition or the skill building. And in this show, we try to accomplish some of that awareness, but having some fun at the same time and being creative with the ways that we can use the internet. So I really do appreciate the folks that participate and let me have some fun with this. Let us have some fun with this so that we don't have to just use the internet like some kind of boring auditorium where you have to sit down and watch somebody dance for you. Instead, realize that this is an interactive medium. Value your voice. You are the internet. You are the gun culture. You're the gun community. And you're us. Thanks for joining.